What's up, everybody? Weenie Hut Games here with Pat, Waleed, who has boobs now,
Dude, I'm just
and
trying to sneak this.
Star Wars Rogue One. Sponsored by Star Wars.
This deck profile is sponsored by Star Wars Rogue One. I mean, it's got a casting. It's got a bunch of rewrites, and they're also changing the music. But I'm sure that movie will be good. So go see it.
Good for nostalgia.
Yeah,
okay.
good nostalgia. I mean, we already know everything that happens because of the cast leaks, and also because it's a prequel. But I'm sure it'll be good.
But anyways, we have 16 minutes to Doctor Strange, so let's hop into this.
Yeah, so I'm going to try and do this really quick. So we're playing, we got Metalfoes, so we're going to profile that today, and I mean, I'm sure everybody has seen a Metalfoes deck profile, but they haven't seen mine, so mine's the best. So let's get into it. So we play 3 copies of Magic Spectre Bambuku, staple. This card's really good. It gets you the unicorn, and also you can use it to make rank 3s, because it's a 1-card rank 3, so this is pretty good. It's a good starter card. And we play 3 Gofu. This card is a staple at 3. It's a great. You want to see this in your opening hand. It's a +1. It helps make the fusions easier because you can't use you special them from your hand if you have no monsters, and you special them 2 tokens, but you can't use them for synchro or tributes. But you can use them because they're face up. You can use them for the Metalfoes, which we play 3 copies of each. We pretty much play all of them.
I actually only run 2 Goku in my profile, but I don't run Tzolkin.
Yeah, that is true. I still feel like this card is really good, even if you don't make Tzolkin, because like you can make like an Ignister or Omega or Void Ogre, and also just get in the tokens so you can shoot them with these guys. So, if you don't already know, these cards all have the same effect. Where if they have no monster effect, well, we'll get to this one, but they have no monster effect. And they have a penalty effect where you can target one face-up card and destroy it, and you set a Metalfoes spell trap from deck. So with this, since the tokens are face-up, you can shoot them for these guys, and you can get the Metalfoes spell trap cards practically for free. This card generates huge advantage. It makes pretty much most of the cost of the Metalfoes cards like practically non-existent, and it's a tuner. It helps you make Ultimate Tzolkin, helps you make a whole bunch of really great synchros. Like this card is staple. And then these all do the same thing, so I guess I'll just read out their flavor text. So this card, Metalfoes Stellar, this one is cool iron bodies meets burning metal machines and man-machine combined. Burn up the soul, Metalfoes Fusion. This one is that gleaming gold buggy breaks bad guys good. What wonderful wheels with a bumbling buffoon. And then this one is roasting red rockets boosts its blazing bright blast burners to liquefied lava levels. Vanquisher of the Vanisher. And the last one is Metalfoes Alert, sizzling soldier on a silver sublight speed jet. Can't track her, can't see her, can't escape that light speed laser. Wow, these this flavor text is like anime as fuck.
How about Bismugear's?
Okay, so this one actually sadly does not have flavor text, but this card is really good. So play 3 copies of Bismugear.
You play 3 copies of Scarm.
Yeah, pretty much. I've noticed in Japan they don't really play this, but thankfully us Americans, we realized the value of this card. So the thing with this card is, I mean, it's a high skill, so you use it for your high skills, obviously. But when it dies by battle or card effect, on your end phase, you could search out a Metalfoes monster from your deck to your hand. So the key relevance with this card is that you would set your scales, and then you would use your scales with this, and then you pounce on a bunch of guys, and then you have your other scale shoot this to set full Metalfoes Fusion, and then his effect triggers on the end phase to add a Metalfoes monster. So at that point, you just need like 1 Metalfoes monster on field, and then you shoot this to get Metalfoes Fusion, and then you could do Metalfoes Fusion on your opponent's turn and make Full Metal Alchemist, which is really good in several matches, which against like one of the most played decks in the format, ABCs. If you make Full Metal Alchemist, they're kind of just done. So yeah, you play 3 copies of this. I mean, there's a way to search it, which we'll get to. And we play 3 copies of Archfiend Eccentric. Use it for spell trap removal, also monster removal. There is also the reason why you play 3 is that it's also an edging card. There's a combo with Metalfoes combination where you shoot like something with the Metalfoes to set this, and then you do Archfiend Eccentric to target it and the combination destroy it. And then this triggers, and then you get to add a Metalfoes monster from your deck to your hand. So this is how you get. This is how you can search out Bismugear, so you usually search for that. Or if you don't have like the other end of a scale, you search for that. So this card's extremely flexible. So you want to play 3 because you want to see it like in your opening hand. And also it's just spot removal, which is nice. And then we play one Luster Pendulum. Luster Pendulum in Metalfoes is broken because it lets you, it builds up a crazy amount of advantage, and it gets you all the Metalfoes spell trap cards, gets you like way more of them, and it just builds up a lot more monsters for bigger pendulum summon. It also makes you make Dinister and Ignister, so you gotta play this. And then one Rescue Rabbit. Most of the Metalfoes monsters are normal monsters, so this card just gets you 2 of them, so you can use it for an XYZ play in case they have like anti-spell fragrance. Like you can summon this and make Castellar Direwolf, and then just pop it. Or it's also just good for making fusions. And then we play one Kieran because it's at 1. I wish we had more copies. Having it at 1's not that big of a difference, but sometimes with like the Kaijus or like Desires, I really wish I had more than one of this. But this card's game breaking. Like you win a lot of matchups because of this card. And then we play. So that's the monsters. So then we play 3 Pot of Desires, best card in the game, best card in the deck. Like in this deck, it's really good. You play a lot of 1-0s, but you can easily search them out before you do this, and then you play Desires, and it's crazy. And I play 3 Painful Decisions. This is really good. You deck thin 2 cards. You get to search out either end of the scale. It works really well with one of the Metalfoes fusions, which requires you to have Metalfoes cards in your grave. So this card's very solid. And I play 2 Cosmic Cyclones because you need to make some form of spell and trap removal because of start cards like Anti-Spell Fragrance and Back Row that just kill your deck. But you can't really play Twin Twisters because you kind of need every single card in your hand. And you can't really play Mystical Space Typhoon because, I mean, you can pop your own combination of MST, but against like stuff like the Mirror Match, it's really not that great because, you know, they just go to the X deck. So Cosmic Cyclone's good because you don't really pay life points elsewhere in this deck. So yeah, we play 2 of that. I play 1 Metalfoes fusion because you can search it and recycle itself, and it helps you make all of your Metalfoes fusions. And then one of the best cards in this deck, Full Metalfoes fusion. This basically is like El Shell fusion. You fusion summon.
It's El Shell fusion with Dante on it.
Yeah, and you can search for it, and like it combos really well with some of the fusion monsters we got coming up. I play 1 Metalfoes counter. I know a lot of people play like 2 or 3, but honestly, you want to minimize the Metalfoes cards, spell trap cards, because you don't really want to draw them. So I feel like with counter, you only really need 1. So we only play 1. Because you really don't want to play too many traps in this deck, because then you can't pendulum summon this strongly. So you minimize the Metalfoes spell traps. And one combination, you do this for the Archery Eccentric combo. I mean, you can sometimes do its actual effect, but for the most part, you just do it for the graveyard effect. And I play 1 copy Vanity's Emptiness because we need some more trap. We need Emptiness is Emptiness. It's really good, especially with like the Metalfoes spell, the Metalfoes panel monsters. You can just pop. You can pop it off when you need to special summon. So this card's really good.
So let's zoom through last deck so we can go buy our tickets.
Yeah. All right. So we play 2 Full Metal Alchemist. You know, the anime card. You can equip your opponent's monsters to it on their turn. So it's a great
Gold Driver's Akira. So
yeah. And so with Full Metalfoes fusion, you can summon this on your opponent's turn to like disrupt them. So it gives the deck like defensive plays. And we play 1 Orichalc. Double Piercing is nice. Also, the effect to pop a card when he sets a graveyard is really good. Full Metalfoes fusion gives you more interaction on your opponent's turn. I play 1 Mithril. Honestly, this should be 2 because this card's nice. There's a combo with a Full Metalfoes fusion where you can set it from your deck and then use this effect to bounce it back to your hand. And then you use it during the battle phase to fusion summon, and you fuse this away, and then you special summon like 2. You special summon like 2 monsters because you trigger this effect and you get a fusion, so you attack them like twice. Like this card is amazing. And I play 1 Adamites for the Ultimate Tzolkin combo, and then we play 1 Dinister. Now, not a lot of people play Dinister, but I feel like this is really good because when you make a Nister, you special summon the Luster from your deck, and then that gives you. But when you do that, you can't really use the Nister. You can't really use the Luster because you can only use it for like Draco Slayer monsters. So by playing the Dinosaur, it's really good when you get the Luster going first, or when you do the Gofu play into Ignister. So this card's just a great value add, especially when you have like Kieran and this. Like it's very tough to beat. And you play 1 Ultimate Tzolkin because you can make it with Gofu and then the Metalfoes Adamite. This card is amazing. It just snowballs you advantage. So if you summon this and then you keep it around for like more than 1 turn, you usually win the duel. Ignister, I mean, it's Ignister. It's not target removal. I actually go into this a lot. This is probably my favorite extract monster. Crystal Wing, you can only summon it with the Ultimate Tzolkin, but it's a juggernaut. It's really good. Void Ogre Dragon, you only really make it when you have Vanity's Emptiness or you're playing against like a trap heavy deck, but yeah, it's pretty good. 1 Omega, this is for when you're going first and you either resolve desires or you can't make. You have Gofu, but you can't do the Tzolkin play, so you make Omega. This is really good with desires and also like Metalfoes counter, because then you just put fusion and counter back, so you can just keep cycling it. And then, so that's it for synchros. And then we play one Big Eye because I played against my friend Paulie in the OTS tournament, and he used Big Eye in the Metalfoes deck, and he just completely destroyed me. So out of respect for that, I play Big Eye because you want to go for the level 7 Metalfoes monster. You want to get as many copies of that as possible because it has the highest attack. So this is just really good because just stealing a monster, like, it's just so huge in this format, and it's just always a good effect. And I play one Diamond Dire Wolf for like the Rescue Rabbit play, so when you summon 2 Gold Rivers, you can make this and like pop one in the back row. And it helps like flush out the strikes and stuff like that. And I play one Totem Bird for when you have like 2 Bambukus. It's really good when you have emptiness, and it's just spell trap negation, which is very huge this format. And I play one Castell for the Rescue Rabbit play, helps you out anti-spell. You could also use this effect to flip monsters face down, so we have Oricalc, you do double piercing damage, so this card's pretty decent. And that's the deck.
Time to go buy our tickets. Thank you, Star Wars.
Yeah, don't
Thank you,
forget to go
Pat.
see
Thank you,
Rogue
Waleed.
One.
Thank you, Crunch.
Rogue One Star Wars Story, December 16th. Make sure you go see it.
Either.
Yeah, we're not actually sponsored by either because
No,
we
are.
can get in legal trouble.
Wrong. This is sponsored. Go see this movie. If you don't go see this PewDiePie, we're coming for you.